Day 15, no weed. Can you tell? I don't know. I'm trying to get up a video for my 2 week of not smoking weed. Don't have a plan on what I'm even gonna say. Don't even know what to say. I wanted to talk about physical versus mental addiction, because when my partner quit smoking weed, we got in multiple fights about what I believe is weed's not physically addicting. And I mean, he's fighting with somebody that just came off of Percocets and then had to deal with coming off of Suboxone, which, you know, the stuff in Suboxone is 10,000 more times potent than Percocets and codeine and stuff. So, like, I know what physical addiction is, and like, I've quit smoking weed multiple times in the past as a young person. I quit smoking weed when I went in the Army. I just stopped and went in, and I was fine. It wasn't a big deal. Like, actually, the cigarettes was harder to deal with than the weed. But funny enough, this is what it comes back to when I was talking about mental game, going off of the Suboxones and how important it is. I'm realizing how right that is now that I'm not smoking weed, because even though weed's not physically addicting, right, it still has physical side effects of not smoking it. And the physical side effects are manifesting from my mental state, my ability to handle a hard problem. When I went off the Suboxones and the perks, you know, you deal with the sweats and the chills and the sickness and the pain and the cramping and the just everything. I mean, I could list off 1,000 things that fucking hurt with that. The weed's different, where, like, I'm so used to just being numbed out. Like, no matter how bad the stress is or how bad a problem is, I can get high and just pass out. Where, like, now I just took that away. I mean, honestly, it was out of control since I went off Suboxone, because, like, I didn't need that much weed back in the day because I was so fucked up. I wasn't sleeping. I was staying up all night eating Xanax after, like, Adderall binges, and the whole time eating subs. I was overworked and wasn't eating right and malnourished. So it only took a couple hits of weed in the morning to get me fucking good, or like a couple hits at lunch, or a little bit at the end of the day. And once I stopped everything else, I started sucking the weed down so bad that it got out of control. It's been costing a lot. But I mean, really, it's definitely a mental problem. Like, as you could already tell by this video, I'm schiz the fuck out. I can't stay focused on a subject. Like, it's really difficult dealing with myself going through the day, because my mind is so all over the place that eventually it wears me out and I fall asleep. And, like, I'm kind of already almost there. It's why my eyes look like they do, because I've been scrolling TikTok and I'm freaking out about all my problems and just trying to maintain some normal habits. And, like, it's difficult. Like, rage has always been a thing for me. Like, I have a lot of pent up rage. I have a lot mad at the world, like, I guess. Like, I love the world and I appreciate everything and I am happy at my core. But as far as dealing with my environment, like, I am at full rage most days, and, like, that's where the weed helped out. Like, I could just be like, meh, whatever, meh, I don't care. Like, man, let me play Fortnite, eat some cookies, like, or let me just go to sleep, or let me just get fucking really stoned to where I can't even think any thought. Like, and now I've taken that away, and I'm on day 15 right now, so trying to squash my thoughts and my rage and my stress is fucking difficult. Like, I wouldn't say, like, it's a physical problem at all. Like, honestly, I feel good. Like, but mentally, this is a fucking struggle. Like, and I knew it would be going in a little bit, and, like, I've already been through what I've been through, so I don't really see this as a challenge. Like I said in one of my comments, I am the world's most stubborn frigging person. Like, there will be no weed smoking. Like when I decide to do something, I freaking do it. And that's it. So problem is I can't decide to do anything else. Like now that I'm not smoking weed, I can't even decide whether to like wear a jacket or not, or work on this or work on that, or clean this or go to that. Like I got so many thoughts racing I can't even think. So like, I mean, that's something I'm dealing with. The best way I can deal with that, and you know, it goes back to these simple things, and it's about diet and exercise, right? So the best way to deal with everything for me is I go to the gym and I run on the treadmill. And I suffered a knee injury this year, so my knee's still bothering me. I rolled my ankle twice in the driveway, stepping on the stupid monkey balls from the trees. Like, so like the gym's been not as available to me because I'm trying to heal my knee and stuff. So that's becoming a major frustration, because like if you can go to the gym and you ride a bike or you do the elliptical, like I like the treadmill and the Stairmaster personally, but what I know is that should get you high. I learned that in the Army because like they would make us run 6 to 10 miles, like, and like it gets you fucking high, like higher, like goofy, like, and the high is better than the drug high. Like it is, it's more intense. There's no limit to it. Like where drugs is like your limits, like your heart will burst. Where like the exercise is probably the same thing, but there's a you can be as high as you want, and it's fine. So that's been helping. I mean, my partner, he takes solace in food lately, but I mean, for me, quitting smoking weed, I don't like food. I never had an appetite. Like, I do enjoy food stoned and shit, but like, I just went through all this coming off the dope, and I couldn't eat, and it was difficult. I had to force feed myself all year. And I finally got back to where, like I said, I'm smoking too much weed, but I was eating good. Like, I was enjoying food and eating really good. I gained a whole shit ton of weight, and it had, now that I'm not smoking weed, like I'm back to the spot where I was before, where I don't want to eat. The stress is getting to me, and the fact that I hit my mark where I don't want to gain any more weight. So like not eating's fine with me right now. Also, like I'm trying to, like I said in the other video, I'm trying to pass a piss test and a hair follicle test, and it's all stored in your fat cells. So fasting a little bit for now and burning some fat's not bad. On day 11, I went and bought an at-home drug test from the drugstore after not eating for 2 days, and what the hell's my phone doing? And I failed it. Like, where it's funny, back when I was skinny and basically 0% body fat because I was so drugged out and not eating enough, it was easy for me to pass a piss test. Like I could literally just pass it, no problem, 5 days max. When I went in boot camp, I smoked weed that night, and they piss test you and dip the stick right in front of you when you're processing the leave for boot camp for the Army. And I got up and I was underweight by 5 pounds, so I had to drink a gallon of water before they got me on the scale. And basically I just passed. Like, it was easy, but you know, I'm really freaking annoyed right now because I just gained 50 to 60 pounds this year while smoking weed, and now it's like I'm trying to get my piss clean and I'm fat as hell. So there's a lot of weirdness going on. I'm all over the place, but that's just how it is. Like, I'm trying to just throw out everything because I don't have, usually I write down a little bit what I'm going to talk about and have a plan for my video, or I'll just be so pissed off I'll do a good rant. But it's difficult. What else can I say about not smoking weed? The dreams, bruh. Relentless, vivid dreams. I wake up, I can remember every dream I've had for the past 2 weeks, and every single night it's a different theme, but it's a dream, and it's so damn vivid I don't forget it. There's no like deep sleep for me right now. It's annoying as hell. The sweating, I got off track earlier, but let me talk about the physical manifestation of mental shit. Like I said, a problem hits me right now after, I'm on day, like, between day 7 and 15, I literally break out sweating. Just as something doesn't go my way, or like I made a mistake working the other day, and it freaks me out. It makes me sweat like a pig, and like even by the end of the day, like if I've had an all right day, I'll still end up sweating by nighttime just because my brain is just can't stop processing all its problems, and like it just becomes stressful and stressful and stressful and stressful, and then sweat, 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 sweat. And it's happening while I'm sleeping. Like I said, I'm having these super vivid dreams, and the dreams aren't so stressful. They're more just intensely real and vivid, and when I'm sleeping, I'm not actually resting. I'm off in another world doing some stuff, and basically I'm waking up like every 20 minutes, soaking wet, sweating, and then going back to sleep. I'm cold, but it's nothing. I will still stand on my stance that weed is not physically addicting. Like I said, the mental problems can manifest physically, but that's as far as that goes. Where like anybody who's ever gone off dope or subs, you know that putting one foot in front of another is the hardest fucking thing you can do. Just to move your feet or to stand on them and not throw up. The nausea, the nausea I went through coming off the dope was insane. Like I'm good about not puking, but it was hard. There's every time I had to get out of the shower, I had to sit down because my heart felt like it was gonna burst, and all the veins in my head were throbbing, and felt like I was gonna puke. And the pain, like the nerve pain in my feet and hands, and even my hair. Like I hate, like taking a shower was actually painful. Where like it's not like that with weed. There is no physical side effect. Like I said, I could say sweating maybe is a physical side effect, but like I said, if I could just get control of my brain, like the sweat wouldn't happen. Like it just wouldn't. And as far as food and the taste of it goes, like it'll come back around. Like I've always had problems like that. If I'm not in a good mood, I don't want to eat. Not feeling happy, I just don't want to eat, and that's fine. That's normal. That's how an animal survives. Like the hungrier it is, the more focused it is, and the harder it works. Like it's just facts. So like I'm fine, and I totally believe fasting is why I don't have cancer. It's been proven that if you fast for more than 16 hours, like your body starts running off the fat. Like that's a healing property for you. Like that is the cure. Like I said, diet and exercise. If you're just stuffing your face with garbage and not exercising, you're gonna have problems. Like if you want to stuff your face with garbage, that's fine. Like exercise your ass off. Or if you don't want to exercise, eat healthy. Or do a little bit of both. Like I like to do. I like to eat as healthy as I can, and I like to exercise as much as I can. One thing I have been getting high off of is trying to cut out bad stuff out of my diet. Like it's like my new hobby lately. High fructose corn syrup, and or just corn syrup. Like I want it out of my life, and I'm working towards that. Sugar, highly cancerous, highly poisonous. Natural sugars are okay. Even like, I mean, some brown, unbleached, unrefined sugar is okay to a certain extent. But the fact that we have corn syrup in all our food is just fucking appalling. And even Mexico has banned it. So you want to think of Mexico as this shitty country that's not as good as yours, and they're not as developed. There are all these stupid, arrogant American things I can say about another country. Like, it's just not the facts. Like, we're being poisoned in this country. I mean, a lot of people know it, but a lot of people don't. So it's my public service announcement in this video. Like, get learning about what you're putting in your body. Like, the food is a big deal. Like, it does affect how you feel. stopping sugar has been one of the best things I ever did in my life, and I started that in 2010 because I was having blood sugar problems. I would say even earlier, maybe like 2005. I was peeing a lot and having difficulty, like, making it through a movie or making a long trip in the car, like all that, just constant peeing. And then it got to a point where like my pee was so dark, I got worried there's blood in it. And I went to the doctor and found out that it's a sugar problem. And he told me if I don't want to end up on needles and be a diabetic, like I better start managing that. So I did. I stopped having sugar in my tea, no more sugar in my coffee. I lightened up, like the pasta, we were eating too much pasta, which is a lot of carbs. Like, suppose like maybe once a week is good for pasta, but like we were eating it like 3-4 nights a week because it's cheap. And that was causing a lot of the problem. But as I've gone through this whole zero sugar journey, like it changes everything. Like it goes back, like my night sweats. The night sweats went away. And that's your sugar again. And I had to deal with the night sweats coming off of subs and deal with the night sweats now that I'm not smoking weed. But I can't imagine if I was still eating candy all the time and putting sugar and everything all the time, like how this would be going for me. Like I feel like it would be way worse. And it's like not a lot of people realize like it's actually cancerous. It's a known carcinogen, like, and it's in our food. And religiously, one thing that's always pissed me off since I've been on this no sugar journey is you go into any store you go in, there's a full selection of sugar right there. You can see it from the door, the candy aisle. We all know it. We all go there sometimes. Like every kind, any kind you want or can think of in any shape or form is in every store you walk into. And you really got to start asking yourself why. And the more I figured out, like the medical industry it's a business. It's a billions of dollar, $1 trillion industry. Okay, the last thing our controllers, our government wants is us to realize that through proper diet and exercise, like, we don't need them. I don't need any of this. You can live connected with your creator and you can live off the land healthy and never need a doctor, and you'll live a long time. Like, and it's all this craziness because a lot of people can't accept these truths. Like, oh, the government's not here to help you. They're not doing that. They're making it worse. Like the government's brainwashed everybody into believing like they're protecting us, but really they're poisoning us and stealing all our labor power. So I don't want to get off on a tangent. I just wanted to get up a video for not smoking weed. I'm going to do a motivations video another day, but like weed's fine until they weaponized it and legalized it. And I always used to joke, like, once they legalize it, I'll probably quit. And I'm in Maryland. They just legalized it last year. So, like, I got to have a little fun. I bought it in Boston legally. I bought it in New Jersey legally. And then they legalized it in Maryland. And the store is literally 3 blocks from my house. And it definitely became a problem. Like, my partner had a medical card the whole time. So, like, we've been smoking too much weed that way. And then once it was legal, he quit and gave up his medical card and quit. And then I've been on my own trip because I just went off the dope. So I was like, I'm not giving the weed up yet. So I went this whole year legally buying it. And I see the people in there, like, they can't even sit and deal with being in there in a waiting room. Like, then I started realizing, like, weed doesn't help anxiety. Weed gives you anxiety. And if you ever really want to break free of the matrix here, realize everything is backwards. I learned that through religion, through Catholics, because they're doing everything exactly opposite of what the Bible taught, what God taught, what Jesus said. Catholics do the opposite. And instead of bringing people to God, the Catholics are locking the information in the basement. So, and one thing I know from studying Satanism when I was 16, it's the law of reversals. If you don't know about the law of reversals, go look it up. Like, the truth is actually opposite of what we're taught at all times. So, like, getting back to the weed relation, weed is not helping your anxiety, okay? Weed is giving you anxiety. I talked about that in my other weed video where, like, problems become so much more insurmountable because you're stoned. You can't think through it, so then it just becomes so big, you're just like, duh, and you don't do nothing, where it's like, when you're not high, you can objectively think through your problems, but at the same time, like, there's an adjustment that comes because you're used to being dulled out. So when you're not, it's harder to think. But in the end, like, I'm not anxious about anything. Like, I'm a little stressed about money and this and that, but we all are, like, stoned or not. But like, as far as like being anxious or any of that, like, that's gone. I don't even give a shit. I don't have just the feeling, like, it sucks, like, not, I had those moments where I'm like, I want to smoke, but also being able to walk around all day, like, I don't need to get high. I don't need to maintain this habit. I don't got to go to the store. Like, my bank account's already in 2 weeks. My bank account's feeling the difference, no doubt. But yeah, today's a crazy day. We're having the eclipse today, April 8th. I'm on day 15 and not smoking weed. Kind of hoping that this fucking beginning of the end's gonna pop off because I'm ready. Actually, I'd be less stressed if Jesus was like releasing everything on the earth for us. Like, I don't even give a fuck, like, if the demons turn loose and start doing all the crazy apocalyptic shit, because I think most of us are hyped for the apocalypse because we're sick of living this fucking bullshit fake ass life where we're just trapped. Alright, yeah, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep going. I'm so all over the place. Probably won't even post this video after I watch it because I'm so scatterbrained. But I will, because that's what I do. Post videos of myself looking like a fucking jackass. But have a great day. That's all for now. By the way, I heard it, signing out. If you ever want to hang out, I think I've said it in other videos, but By the Way is my Epic name. If you want to search By the Way 2731, we can play Fortnite. But that's all. Have a great day.